Jim, it's cool. I'm going to use this on FusionSoundComedy.com, right?
FusionSoundComedy.com.
You okay with me throwing it up? And I'm going to throw it up.
It's my opening one, my splash screen.
Sweet. I'm going to throw your opening performance from last week on Pegasus. We'll throw that up there too.
Throwing up is a good phrase.
No, it was a killer.
Yeah. Last week was funny. This week I blew.
No, it was a killer. It was Today was great too, and last week at Laughs was also hilarious. I really loved it.
It's really fun. You know, anytime you spend above ground, it's a good time.
So you've inspired me to start this whole series called Natural Born Killer Comedians. Just because of what I saw, what happened with you your first week here. For folks that may not have noticed, you were just in the audience, enjoying, laughing, having fun with the comedy that was going on. And the host just decided to ask you, hey, do you want to go up? And
that was it.
Yeah, you said, what the heck, I'll go up.
I thought he was trying to throw me out. You know, I really did. He comes up to me and says, what time do you want to go on? And I go, did I miss everybody? You know, and he goes, no, it's comedy night.
Apple bison and a Greek salad.
And have you?
Okay.
And have you ever done comedy before that?
No, I haven't, unless you caught my honeymoon. And I came out wearing a little elephant G-string, and she was impressed because the nose was longer than I was. And it was
That's nice. So, after you did the comedy, what was did you think like, oh man, this is fun, I want to keep doing this? Because then next week you came back to Laughs, and you did your comedy at Laughs.
Well, actually, the fun part about it is doing comedy is that you don't do anything that you wouldn't do. You know, comedy is basically the same thing you did in kindergarten. It's just now there's more dirty jokes, you know, because you didn't know them when you were in kindergarten. That's the problem, you know. When you do comedy, you're just telling the truth in a way different way. You know, people, if they laugh, they're not going to kill you.
Now, you, from what I hear, you've done some writing. You've been a comedy writer.
I write a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your background in writing or comedy writing?
Well, I had a television show for children. I have a video called Science, Discovery, and Laughter. It's now coming out on DVD, but it's in all the libraries in Washington, well, in the United States, actually. It's in a lot of libraries. And did a television show called Brainwaves, and did a program sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education called Fun. I have a long history of physics education, and comedy's a lot like that. You know, there are 4 forces in the universe, 5 if you count math. Science,
nice.
I mean, it's gravity, electromagnetism, small attraction, large attraction, and laughter.
Now, you have, now that you've done it a couple times, I think today was the 3rd time you've done some comedy, right?
Third time I've stood up in front of people.
Now, I loved what you did your first week at Pegasus. I love what you did last week at Laughs. And I know you just it seems like you like to do it off the cuff, and whatever's on your mind, you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I do that is because I'm lazy. I really think that if you practice things, I've done 4,000 live performances of different types. Okay, so I have a chops at being in front of people. And I think that the train of thought that people have that are aware of just the function of people in society is fun. It's really funny that you get this kind of junk mail. It's really funny that you meet people that are really funny. I met a lot, this is the weird thing about doing comedy. I met a lot of people that are way funnier than me. And that's great. That's the fun thing about doing comedy, is that there are people out there that make me feel normal.
I think a lot of us are jealous of what we see, the natural comedy abilities that you have. Just off the top, and you're doing no preparation.
3 years old. Give yourself a chance, okay? If you fucked up as much in your life as I have in mine, you'd be funnier too. Because the truth is that comedy comes out of understanding, and you don't get understanding without room. You know, I pity the people that wander through their life just being royalty.
And do you have any goals in comedy?
Yeah, to do it when I'm 90.
Yeah. So now with stand-up. With stand-up, have you looked up, because you are a professional writer, right?
Yeah.
So have you looked up, hey, here are the procedures that people go about when they're writing stand-up material. Have you looked into that?
No.
Okay, are you going to?
I might, okay? The people that I've met here, that's the people that I would engage in writing for. I have enough money in my life so that I'm not really out there to be a commercial success. I don't mean that I don't care. It just means that my pursuits are targeted at a different thing. You know, as I see a lot of young people that are standing up in front of audiences here, and I think that they should be successful. And it's a lot of fun to help other people become successful. It's just a hoot.
That's cool. Yeah, I see that about you. I see you interacting with comedians. It seems like you're, hey, here's how you can get into voiceover. Here's how you can get into theater. You got a lot of that experience.
Yeah, I have a lot of those experiences, and the funny thing about us is that although professional, I hate to say acting, it's really not acting, being a public person is terribly, it has a lot of responsibility involved. Like Dan Quayle says, some people get in positions of responsibility are very weird. and I want to encourage that, because the truth is that as a species, you know, if you just look at the people who were considered our leaders, we're pretty people. Okay, and it's these people here that are doing comedy in the back roads of American contemporary culture that are really defining what we see as ourselves. You know, and I watch comedians here, terribly unique people doing comedy, and the funny thing is that this is far better than anything you're going to see on HBO. I don't mean to deprecate those, you know, people that are on HBO, but I mean right here you see a lot more scar tissue, you see a lot more interesting foibles and faux pas and mistakes.
You're saying maybe the future HBO stars.
Yeah, they may be in the future HBO stars, but it wasn't something I'd look for. What I'd look for is becoming better at what I'm doing. You know, communicating what I think, what I feel, what's funny.
So now you said about comedy gold, hey, do comedy in your 90s. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to stand-up comedy, do you have any goals for stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I want to get good enough at it so that you quit fucking bothering me. You know, that's what I want to have a guy that throws you out. That's my goal, is to have somebody that works for me, Guido, who goes, yo, Mr. B is like busy, man. No. He's not going to come off of the 20 grand.
See, hey, you're already there. Again, if I haven't said it before, folks of us, I've been doing this for 2 months. I'm already jealous, just the natural comedy. I know, hey, like you said, you know, hey, I'll wait till I get older, but I'm still jealous because I believe when you're a young kid, you're probably just as funny.
Oh, yeah, I was. First of all, I'd been thrown out of 4 colleges. I had 3 high schools. And I forged my parents' signatures to join the Navy. Okay, the fact of the matter is that comedy is the respite of us restless folks. You know, it's where we go to dance.
Now, what do you think about someone saying, hey, you know, I hear this Tim Burrows, he seems like this natural-born comedian. What do you say to that?
I think all 4-year-olds are natural-born comedians. When
true.
you watch a kid waddling around in a diaper, watch that kid. That kid is going to be shaking his booty and making you laugh. Laughter, when we make each other laugh, it's our way of making sure that older people are not going to kill us. You know, that's why as infants, when you look at the distance between the eyes and the chin, you see a short distance, it's the baby. And every time you look at a baby, you go, oh. And every time a baby looks at you, it's going, I wonder how I can make that adult laugh. So let me defecate on myself, you know. Let me make bubbling noises, you know. When you see your babies doing that, they're going, yeah. It's still stand-up comedy, but laying in a crib.
Nice. I know you like to do a little magic. I saw a little magic on your first opening night. Are you going to bring back magic some more?
My son-in-law is a world-class magician. He's in the Magic Castle in Los Angeles. And I went to a Renaissance festival, and he talked to women with very big bosoms being pushed out of their outfits, and he was taking coins out of their ears, and I said, aim a little lower. And fortunately, my daughter didn't kill me. But I don't do magic, I do physics. What you saw was persistence of vision. That rubber band routine that I did was about how we think we see things. It's kind of like elections. You know, it's pretty much the same thing without the laughs.
Nice. Now, is there any, do you want to, you know, give a holler out? Do you have a website or anything for your day job that people see what you do?
By day, I'm a recluse. I live in a coffin. And at night I come out and I attack young women in shorts. Oh, my God. When you get to be my age, sex is a spectator, you know, and It's a fabulous spectator tool, way ahead of football.
Nice. Well, awesome. Well, Jim, thanks again. We're going to have you up on the series. You're actually the inspiration for the whole Natural Born Killer Comedian series. And
I'm honored by that designation. Tell you the truth, I look forward to your HBO.
So that's going to be a long while. I got to work at it. So
yeah.
Oh, tell me this. You
what you need is a good fucking writer.
Yeah, I'm open to it. Anything you want to write for me. No, I can beep it out.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm open to any writing you want to do for me anytime.
Jameson is on the web. So.
Yeah. Now you met Chris Rodriguez. He's the second of the series. Hilarious. Again, I think he's got that same kind of natural talent as you. I think he actually and he's working at it. He's writing his material.
One of the funny things is that this group here, this group of talented people here, if you can't make it as an individual, do what John Belushi did, what Dan Aykroyd did, what Gilda Radner did in Chicago in 1970. Okay? Fuck them. Create your own network.
Right.
They created the Second City Comedy Club, comedy group. It's the same thing that I think we should do here. And not so much me as a performer, because but we have a serious group of talented people here.
Right.
And figure out something to do to exploit that talent so that we can, you can get known.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be open to that, absolutely.
Yeah, and working together really means that you don't have to explain yourself to your agent. I can say, well, I'm in the member of the Second City Comedy Club. In this case, the Rainy City Comedy Club, we're going to call it. Right.
Now, when talking about Chris as being like, hey, another natural-born killer comedian, he's like, the first performance just killed.
Yeah.
How many folks like that you think we're going to see over the course of the next 6 months at Pegasus?
That's a scary thing, okay? Because the fact of the matter is you don't want to walk in with expectations. People come here, not so much to try out new material, because they don't come here expecting to be comedians, at least I don't think so. They come here because they're dedicated to becoming comedians, okay? And they're working the timing, their core character out. And if you watch a comedian up there and you get 5 laughs out of their act, shut up. You got your money's worth here, okay? This is not about comparing people to other people. This is about comparing people to your funny bone. And if your funny bone ain't connected, get the fuck out of the club. We don't need that here.
Right.
But if you do want to laugh, if you do want to come someplace where you can be surprised by humor, as opposed to titulated or scandalized by it, this is the place to come. I haven't heard any really blue material in this joint, and the reason I haven't is because anybody can do it.
Right.
Anybody.
Cheap laugh.
Okay? Here, the laughs are terribly expensive. They're paying for it with their blood. And I'm watching comedians up there that are as talented as anybody I've ever seen on television.
Cool.
I'm not just not being interviewed by them.
Nice.
Laughter is yours.
Yeah.
That's the key component to it. If you're going to watch comedians, you better be prepared to laugh.
Exactly.
If you're going to be a comedian, you better be prepared.
Exactly.
Everybody tells me that comedians are pretty somber people.
I think mostly you'll find they seem to be shy people away from the stage.
Yeah.
Same thing with actors. Everybody says, "Oh, troubled people," but I don't know. Some are really outgoing.
Everyone.
Yeah.
If you meet somebody that's not troubled, they're dead.
Yeah. Well, Jim, I want to thank you for taking the time. I hope to see you, at more laughs, more Pegasus, more things.
I hope to see you in 25 years.
Exactly.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah.
This should happen.
I want to just get back past 2012.
Yeah. Anything, I consider that a major victory. What can I say? A guy like me, 2074, that would be a nice day.
Yeah, exactly.
But, the technology exists. We can build them bigger, stronger, fatter, and funnier. Yeah. Okay? You'll be the $6 billion man.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Jeff. Thanks man.
Awesome.